everybody, and welcome back to MrMFretwell Plays Minecraft. And in today's episode, what we're going to try and do is fight the Ender Dragon. We are prepared now, we are ready, and I'm just making up a bunch of arrows. I went back to the fort, and at the fort, basically what I did is I kind of scavenged through everything in the base and collected up everything that I actually wanted that was left. It wasn't too much. And it's all in some separate chests over there now that I will take back to the village base when I get back there. But I decided I didn't want to go all the way back there to come all the way back again. So I've just gone ahead and kind of organized my supplies over there and then come back here with my supplies that I want to take with me to the end. The piston I'm going to want, the ender pearls I'm going to want, the eye of ender. I'm actually going to make a new chest here as well. I want an extra chest. And I'm not going to take all these arrows. I would like some backup arrows. I think, yeah, 6 stacks should be enough. If we have run out of arrows with this bow and 6 stacks, at that point, we got some problems, that's for sure. So I think at this point we have everything we want. I'm just going to take that. Torches I'm not going to need in the end, nor am I going to need a shovel or pickaxe. I want to have ender pearls on my bar. I will not be needed to make anything in there. And I've been told to bring a piston. I assume it's for that trophy item, the dragon egg or whatever I'll need that for. So I've got blocks. Do I have any more? I'd like a few more blocks, just in case. Right, so now then, I think we have everything I'm going to need here. I did want to set my spawn point to this bed, but it's turned daytime now, and I'm not going to wait the whole day for it, so we're just going to chance it. How do I want my inventory to be organized? I think we're pretty much good. I've got my armor on, sword, blocks, pick, bow. I'm going to put this in the end portal now. Oh boy, there we go. It gives off its own light. So the reason I brought these ender pearls with me is sometimes you can kind of appear out on a platform in the middle of nowhere and there's no real quick way to get across. I don't want to be knocked off by the dragon, so I'm going to try an ender pearl if that happens. I'm really nervous about this. It's been a long time coming, but here we go. Alunzi. Achievement get, the end. Yep, just as I suspected. Get me over onto that, please. What a frickin' platform out there. Glad I prepared well. There's the dragon. I had this horrible sinking feeling about that. Where's that dragon at? Okay. Got lots of endermen around, as expected. But I feel reasonably safe now. Try not to look at the enderman. I could have brought a pumpkin, but I find it more annoying than, you know, using that than not using it. So I guess let's try and take care of these first. A little bit low on that one. There we go. So I have done this a bit before. I did it fairly recently in Safe Haven. But not since the newer updates have been out, but I don't think it's changed in any way. I'm gonna be careful of where he's at. Get out of here. Okay, so I think I got that one. I got that one up there. Let's take... That's an enderman. Try and take that one out. A little bit low. Hey buddy. Did I get that one? I don't think I did. Ooh, way low. Gotta be on your toes with this guy. I guess if I got next to a pillar, he couldn't actually hurt me that much. I don't know how much damage he does. I'm kind of scared of being knocked off the edge at the end, really. No, that was always gonna be a guess. Should be able to do that one. There we go. He's okay over there, minding his own business. Ooh, And the Enderman just goes flying past. Not quite got it. Still a little on the low side. Might need to... There we go. That's still active there. There we go. Still someone's active there. Looks like there's two pillars kind of merged into one there. Now, did I get the other one that was on the top of that? I think so. Oh. Seems okay. I got that. And I need to try and... There we go. Oh, how about that? This isn't so bad. I've got the hang of this now. Once again, there's a crystal there that I still need to get. I think this one is still active as well. Yeah, it is. Are you preparing to make a dive? There's the dragon. I'm nowhere near the edge of the end. I'd be amazed if he could do really anything to me here. There you go, get out of here. Yeah, I need to get a bit further away from that one to get a better shot on it. And this one here. Yeah, too high. I'm not even sure what that was. I think I got that. Just before he hit me there. Yeah, I'm gonna have to pillar up, I think. Get a sight on that crystal. Gosh, that's like so hard to get. I've literally littered that one with arrows. It's... There we go. So is there any left active? Let's watch him for a minute here, see if he gets any juice. I think I saw one over here still. Yeah. Yeah, there's one up there. Still active. Let's take care of that one. So let's see if he gets any more. I didn't mean to hit you. Get out of here. Oh, I looked at him as well. I don't think he's getting any more energy. So all we've got to do now is try and focus on taking him out. Or I guess now that I can focus on this guy, I don't believe he is actually a he. I believe the dragon is a she, according to Notch, but who knows. Right in the face. Yeah, I think all of these posts are no longer active, which is a good thing, as far as I'm concerned. I think we've kind of negotiated the toughest part, which was actually that platform out there. I was really expecting something like that to happen, and I've seen it happen before, so I'm glad that I was able to avoid any further damage. And this guy really isn't that tough, to be honest. I'm kind of surprised. So far this fight hasn't really been that challenging. He'll be, he's less than half health in fact even. Here we go. I do believe if you shoot the dragon in the head, then it actually does more damage than if you shoot them in the body. Could be wrong about that though. Make a dive. There we go. This is it's becoming a bit of a chore, to be honest. Yeah, I was never going to get him from there. How many arrows have I even used? Just a stack? That's not too bad. Come on then. Oh. Just want him to make a dive. I think maybe 1 or 2 more shots and he'll be done. Oh. Expecting him to turn away there. Got the second shot off. I think maybe 1 more fully charged shot, or maybe 2, and he'll be done. In fact, let's try and do him with melee. Oh, so close. We can wait, though, until he makes another charge. Come on, then, dude. Here we go. Maybe not. Gonna try and turn around. I don't know what he's doing now. Oh, here we go. You're done. There we go. And then we get all the experience that I will probably use up very quickly. Right, so there's the egg. Make sure I get all that experience. So now that egg, I believe the way I deal with that is to put some cobblestone over this so that it doesn't fall in the portal. Potentially, if it falls in the portal, it will never come out of the portal, so I want it to go in there. Now, I believe I get my piston, put it next to it like that. There we go. Got my dragon egg. Well, I looked at any Enderman. I don't want to kind of clear this portal without being knocked into it. Well, at least on the bright side now, I'm going to be right back at the fort, so I won't have to make that journey back from the stronghold. And we've really not been recording all that long, so I'm probably going to do something else as well. I wasn't expecting it to be this fast. I'm thinking one thing I really wanted to do is I do want to make an ender, and yeah, no thanks, don't want the credits. So achievements. So we have unlocked adventuring time. We've not done the rail yet, and then the wither achievements. So one thing I wanted to do is I wanted to build an ender in the end for ender pearls and experience. Now the thing that sort of stops me doing that right off the bat is I'm not going to have a convenient way to get to it. The end portal we have is kind of in a weird spot. It's off in new terrain in a direction that I've not been before. I probably can build another portal over there, and it shouldn't sync up with this one. It may sync up with this one, I'm not sure. But what I would like to do first is actually figure out the nether situation from here back to the village base. And then if we can do that, then I think I'll be able to get everything else I want to do done a lot more easily. Because it's still kind of a walk from here to the stronghold, but it's nothing compared to the journey I have to take from the fort here back to the village on foot. So why don't we try and investigate that real quick. Do I have a flint and steel with me? I do. I may need it, so gonna grab the flint and steel. I'm gonna try and head back through the Nether. Now, I went to the fortress for Nether War a while ago, so I think I remember the way, but I'm not totally sure. We'll have to see. But yeah, that's that. Slayed the Ender Dragon. At long last. Kind of 191 or whatever episodes. For kind of a disappointment. It was not as intense as I thought it was going to be, but we'll probably have more fun with the Wither fights coming up. I know some people suggested to me that Right, so if we go out here, it's generally that direction, back there somewhere. Basically, what somebody suggested to me was to do the Ender Dragon fight for episode 200. Honestly, I thought it was a cool idea, but I know how boring, I guess, it is. To do the Ender Dragon fight. For some people it's not as intense as some think it is, so what I think I might do is actually do a Wither fight and the beacons for episode 200, because I've never fought a Wither in this series and I've never made a beacon either, so that might be kind of cool to do. And I've still got a long ways to go before I do that. There's a ghast over there. Just kind of clearing a bit of a path, get rid of all the fire and so on. No. Right, so our portal, I don't have any torches with me, that could kind of complicate stuff. Our portal is basically that way. We come in the tunnel, we go through the tunnel here. There's a ghast. Don't see the ghast though. I'm gonna come on around here. There's these torches. It's like I go into the wall here. From a lower level to an upper level. Yeah, we have a staircase. That leads to soul sand. There we go. Now I have this here, and I think there's a staircase there. So let's try and go through that staircase. One thing I would like to do as well is actually kind of make a better nether travel situation, particularly now that I have things that I want to get to. A stronghold is going to be kind of a regular for the end. The blaze farm, you know, so things like that. I might look into building a nether railway at some point. That might be kind of cool and an interesting project to do. Now, from here, there's torches off down that way. I'm not totally sure that that's where we need to go. So we've gone up here. I think actually what I need to do is kind of swing back around and then go this general direction, unless it's a dead end, and in which case I'll probably follow the torches. Yeah, it's a dead end up here. Okay. So I'm going to keep following the torches. So far, we've gotten go through the portal, go behind the portal to the corridor, then we need to go around the little lava pool and then across the soul sand and up. Then we get to this point. There's a torch down there. Not that that really means anything. So let's try and get down here. And then... Right. Ow. I'm gonna try and follow this, maybe? If I follow this around, I get to here, and I think that my portal is off over that way somewhere. So let's try and see. We can kind of come across this around the coastline. And maybe just up here. I kind of seem to recall this place. Seems sort of familiar. There's a magma cube over there. Yeah, I seem to recall that gravel. I think we're almost home. Although we could be on a higher level than what we need to be now. Lots of glowstone up here, not been mined. What do we got down there? Not much. Keep going for a bit. Now, if there is a... If I am actually on a higher layer, then I believe I actually dug down at one point and was able to dig straight to my portal. So if I could find that, that would help. You see, I wasn't as low down as the actual lava level. There's no torches here either, so that doesn't help anything. Not seeing anything around here. Probably one of the more annoying things is the fact that my nether portal is basically encased completely in netherrack and not anywhere else. Maybe if I go down here though. Is that it there? That's just some fire. Looking around, see if I can see it. I don't recognize that. We may have possibly gone too far. It's not in there, I know that. And see, now we're too low. This is not where my portal is. It may actually be that we are completely too low, and it might be up there, on top of that. That's a thought. Can I kind of climb up that? Although that is kind of the ceiling of the nether, isn't it? Might be wedged in there. What Y level are we at here? 56, yeah. So we're about halfway. Which is about what I'm looking for, but maybe I'm just not in the right area yet. Could be quite a ways away still. Looking at the coordinates and thinking about where my base is in the overworld, having it here wouldn't really make sense. So, probably not gone far enough yet. It's up and through here. Dead end is what? This is really why I need to make a better marked path through the nether between these places. We've got this here. Where does this take us? Just into a little room? Fire's down there. This does not look like the right place. I think we may have took a wrong turn somewhere. So I'm going to see if I can find it. Okay, so after quite a bit of time fumbling around, I think I know where I'm going now. Basically, those torches over there, that's kind of what fooled me, and I actually need to be going this way. I believe. I actually went back and looked at a video when I was exploring this part of the nether before, and I got into the same problem then. It's actually past this big lava spill, and it's actually not all that far away from here. So instead of going up that staircase, what I actually need to be doing is going the opposite way of the staircase. I don't know where those torches lead, or even if they lead anywhere. It could have been off when I was lost in the nether somewhere, or exploring, looking for glowstone, and I left myself a trail of breadcrumbs type of thing. Yeah, right over there is where my portal is. So, basically, when I get to that big soul sand circuit, I need to avoid the staircase and go opposite of the staircase, and then that will take me on the right track. I don't know where I have been, particularly. and then I come in this higher up level. This happened to me last time, and then I dug a sort of staircase down somewhere around here. Yeah, right here. I dug a staircase down, and this brings me out on a lower level right here. Looks like a gas shot it up a bit. Get down to here. Now I could probably continue to build a walkway down if I needed to, and then I'll just kind of go back off that way and up if I want to get over there. There we go. Gonna eat some food. Home at last. Oh boy, what an adventure. I'll be glad to just make it back into my home. With all those levels too. Alright, so here's the chicken farm. Just waiting for them chickens to grow up. Oh wow, so, well, we've been to the end and slain the Ender Dragon. I have a better idea of where I am going now with the Nether. Now what I am going to do is actually mark my path before I forget. I'm going to grab some torches here and actually make a correct pathway through the Nether so that I can make my way between the two portals, and then I'll start and transfer gear between the chests I have back at the fort and also and then bring it back, should I say, to the base here. So I hope you've enjoyed today's episode, guys, and I hope to see you in the next one when we'll probably get started on building an Ender. So until then, see you later and have a good day.